Last time on Disillusion Plays Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, Kyoko bargained with Monokuma to get another try at the Mukuro Ikusaba trial. Monokuma agreed but offered a caveat that they had to solve the mystery of the whole school. To facilitate that, however, he did open all of the remaining doors. We met back up with the group and discovered that the mastermind has to be one of the people who participated in the killing game. Byakuya became suspicious of everyone and discouraged further teamwork. And Toko was Toko. Need I say any more? Now, without further ado, cue the intro. Welcome to Disillusion Plays Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, where we play the games and do the voices. I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice. And if you like what we do, why don't you hit that like button, leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you get notified when we put up further stuff. Or you could just check your subscriptions list and not follow the YouTube algorithm. Meh. And with that, let's just jump straight in.
Don't annoy YouTube.
It's like,
they may take us down.
don't let...
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Dislike our video? Oh,
Demonetize
wait, they can't do
Well,
that.
I mean, no. Well, I mean, feel free to dislike our video. I mean, as you can see, we've had no dislikes so far. So, I mean, we almost encourage it. Interaction is great.
Yeah, but please be nice about it. Constructive criticism,
But
please.
don't let yourself
Don't be douches.
Don't let your lives be steered by an algorithm. Choose what you want to watch. Anyway.
Anyway.
I mean, if it wasn't for the algorithm, I never would have seen that video about the guy keeping the grocery store lobster as a pet. So it's not all bad.
Oh my god.
God's sake.
But
I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway. At this point, I can rely only on myself. On the Togami blood flowing through my veins.
Oh, get over yourself.
I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then.
after making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall.
Master! He didn't take me with him!
Yeah, but I mean, because you've become increasingly more grotesque.
Yeah, like we don't want anything to do.
Yeah,
Well,
do you blame him? Yeah, for once I agree with Hiro.
Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless! So, bye.
With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall and nothing of value was ultimately lost.
At least she didn't liken it to some kind of sex thing.
Oh, give it
or
time.
whatever.
Give it time.
Oh, now she's gone.
Thank God.
You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Maybe. I mean, that's right.
Which leaves just Makoto, Hina, and me. In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Yes!
Wait!
I mean, what?
I said that out loud. Wait, how come?
Just wait and see! I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity!
He's gonna die, isn't he?
Well, good luck with that one.
Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall, and I was filled with an overwhelming sense of relief.
It does make me think, though, so
At
with
least
this...
I get the pretty one.
With us redoing Mukuro Ikusaba's case, like, presumably we're not technically in investigation mode right now, because the music's not playing the investigation music. So, is someone going to need to die to trigger the whole investigation thing anyway, and then we're going to have to figure out that as well, and...
Oh, I hope not.
What the heck's...
That'd be a bit grim.
Well, I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? Oh, I don't know, maybe Monokuma will say something tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves.
What about you, Hina?
I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean,
Dang it.
it's not like I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else.
You're not useless! If you hadn't been here, I would have died!
Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later.
Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
So this is Taylor,
Not again.
Taylor monologuing to himself for another hour.
Welcome to Disillusion Plays, where it's just Taylor.
It's just Taylor.
So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us.
I think I see what you
Might
mean.
have been a good idea to say that before everyone else left, so they were in the picture.
Nah. Communication is overrated. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. Like in that, one animated show with the dog.
You mean
And then we can get back together and share what we found.
Doobie Sue?
Doobie Sue.
Yes. Ugh,
Yeah,
Doobie Sue.
that's right.
Legally distinct dog show.
We've got hairlock shows, for God's sake.
Indeed.
What events have transpired recently, Doobie Sue?
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling young adults.
Well, no. If it wasn't for you interfering
Young adults.
and your hound.
Your hound.
Well, they'd have to have a cat or something, wouldn't they? And
Yeah.
your feline! Gah!
And your pesky feline.
Dear me.
Doobie Sue, the very large cat.
It's a Maine Coon.
Man,
It's like, is that a panther? No, it's just a very, very large domestic house cat. Anyway, a heckin' chonker, if
lost.
you will.
We've lost the plot now.
Yep.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school.
we can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary.
With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me and the voice in my head. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of
The
us.
music's phased out.
Dun dun dun.
So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us.
Dang.
I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yep.
there we go.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah,
guitars.
sick guitar riff, baby.
I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student
Oh,
hidden
for
somewhere in
God's
the school's Monokuma file.
Taylor, I hate you.
Got him.
I hate you.
That's mean, pal. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start. I mean, I'm glad that Makoto was answering his own questions.
For sure, yeah.
I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right?
Gate. The gate was down.
Yeah, there's a gate on the first floor, isn't there? That's
Second
like
floor.
at second floor. Yeah, it's
Well.
because it doesn't go up. It's like on that level.
We'll have to see. I don't really remember.
After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get
I'm so
started.
glad they've said it all in one place, and we don't have any kind of like objective markers or anything like that.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
We've actually
yay.
been.
Yeah. Okay. I should have just advanced the text. Right.
So wasn't the was the biolab the one with like, because one's got some writing on it that says, was it raw or something?
Yeah, that's the biolab.
That's
yeah.
the biolab.
Is that the gate right there?
No. This is the dorms,
No.
Oh, I'm stupid.
isn't it? Well, I guess let's work our way up, right? So we'll go to the second floor. Where have we picked up any coins lately?
No.
I don't think. Yeah,
Not
we
for
haven't.
a bit.
Should I just check anyway, real quick? Although I suppose.
I don't.
No, there's no.
We can't really spend time with
You're
anybody.
right.
No,
You're
I
right. It's an
think it's-
investigation. I'm being stupid again.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get
It's
chance to.
It's okay, guys. You're right. Wait a second. Turn me round. How dare you? Do. I wish I could remember what that's
I
from.
know.
It's driving me insane.
Yeah, it's driving me mad as well.
Right, so something about this. So we're on the second floor. So a gate.
Pete, it's on the truth bullet section of the handbook.
No, it's. Is this the thing? That's to the third floor, though, right? Like places to check just says
We're on the
thing.
third floor.
No, we're on the second floor.
Then look at the
On
wall
the
next
second
to
floor
you.
of the dormitory area.
Oh, yeah, okay. Where was it? It was somewhere.
So no, it's that we got to go to the second floor of the dorm area.
Oh, is that what it was?
I think it was, yeah.
What? Oh!
I didn't think it was this far up.
No, I remember. Yeah,
remember
okay,
now?
yeah. It's next to the warehouse,
Yes.
isn't it? Yeah, of course. Jeez.
I say I didn't think it was that far up.
Right. Sorry, I'm with you.
The spare
Hope-
hotel. Yeah.
Hopefully people aren't getting dizzy.
Woo! Motion sickness. Down there. Yeah, there it is.
This one, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this staircase looks ominous.
That looks, yep.
Welcome to the headmaster's
The
palace.
gate's open. I can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it.
Oh.
Oh. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I think somebody went kasplat.
Okay, so
Oh my god.
there's
Oh.
a rubble and a bedroom. Okay, bedroom. Hello.
Oh, this is grim.
Ooh.
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 And then we can
Wow.
investigate the bed and the bathroom, but not the blood on the floor. The blood that
Well, just
isn't
ignore
pink.
the blood. Yeah.
blood? Yeah.
It's dried. It's old.
True.
Bed is completely. I
Is
mean,
it?
It kind of looks the same as
Yeah.
his
Just
bed,
a bit
but
grubby and a bit.
it's
bloody.
completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's really Makoto. That doesn't. I mean, there's blood on it. I wouldn't want to sleep on it, but it's like a function.
Does that not make it
Whatever.
essentially garbage?
It's just garbage.
Oh.
Well, I
there
mean,
we
I
go.
know that when my sheets get
Oh, we
dirty,
do-
I just throw out the whole bed.
We actually do have a,
Yeah.
a heckin' ton of coins.
I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and then immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure glad we came in here.
Yeah, I was expected to at least read like the bits of paper strewn about.
Yeah,
or
for sure.
something.
Yeah, exactly, right? Okay, so there is a very obvious looking door. Let's go in the
I
girls'
love.
bathroom.
I love how.
This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in.
I like how they're untouched.
Oh, wait. There was an eye.
Well,
An eye?
we'll have a look in a second. Oh, what? There's
Wow,
nothing.
these are like pristine.
This is a nice, posh bathroom.
Yeah,
Nothing in here. Even pretend fish.
I guess they're the most fortified.
So
part
Taylor,
of-
you were saying,
Turn around.
let's see. So, there's
Turn
like a
around,
little.
keep turning, keep turning.
Yeah, like there's a
No,
this
no,
thing.
go
right?
back,
This is
go
what you
back.
meant.
No,
This is
no.
what you meant, right? You didn't mean anything else. Like,
Oh
no.
Oh,
On the
oh,
right-hand
Egyptian-
I didn't see
side.
anything.
The
There was
Egyptian
nothing.
eye.
No, I didn't see anything. Look,
Darling.
there's nothing there. There's
Darling.
nothing. There's nothing there. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's just this fox giraffe debris.
Fuck.
A fox giraffe, yes.
Yes.
I don't know why I said fox.
This room is filled with lockers.
Well, that's what was bolted a freaking steel.
Must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers.
I mean, obviously, this is bolted.
There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no
It does
way.
feel a little bit excessive.
Yeah.
I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother.
Just, like,
trying.
peer
really?
around
You
it.
could kind of just pull the door.
Yeah.
Just peer around the bent, like, cracks in it, I guess. There we go. Open one.
I wonder if I can open this locker.
Oh.
Nope.
Monokuma
locked.
lied. He said he opened all the doors. I mean, they're technically doors.
There's a card reader installed in the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took up my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it.
Well, so you see.
Oh, do. They're clones. And their previous clones can open the doors.
I wonder if I can open this locker. Is it gonna be the same thing?
Okay. I mean... There's a metal plate. There's no way to get it open. Oh my god. This is fiddly. Okay. Doopy no, that's the same one!
Oh no, you clicked the same one.
If only I could move the cursor more precisely. There we go. Meh. I mean, I suspect none of these are going to work. It'll be like we get an extra EBA handbook at some point, and then that will open it. Coin. Sweet. No!
That's the same one again.
Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Welcome to Disillusioned Attempts to Open Lockers. Is that it? That's it.
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Huzzah! Back to the entertaining parts of the episode. Right, so we learned basically nothing. Oh, look, guys, there's an eye in there. Some sort of weird Egyptian thing. More
I
blood.
don't like all this blood.
No.
It's very unsettling.
And then just this room, I guess. So we can't even go in the room with the eye. Why the Egyptian eye, though? Like, what? Mm-hmm. Oh, tidy.
This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Oh!
It's the headmaster's private room.
That's the one.
Kyoko! I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret.
Regret.
So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Oh, nope, she's not gonna...
No, it's not.
Oh yeah, the adult atmosphere, aka all the bottles of booze.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of booze.
There's a lot of booze.
And a bed. It's like a studio apartment. And the absolutely not a secret door.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so this is going to be really... Okay, oh, for God's sake. These things are all really close together. So what's this like? Oh, come on, game. Right, so I guess the...
The booze?
I'm trying, it's like... Okay, there we go, there's one.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
the
no,
chair.
yep, the chair.
That's
That's it. That's it.
Go with the chair.
Yeah, that's what I clicked on. I mean, obviously.
A leather chair! I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's.
I mean, I guess Oh, okay, it is the chair.
Oh, we can't look at the booze cabinet at all. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it.
Maybe they were just updating their ultimate despair profile or something.
What, on MySpace?
Or whatever, yeah, I don't know. Well, it can't be called MySpace. It's got to be legally distinct. So it'd have to be your space.
My spot.
Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair? There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know. The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair. And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kirigiri failure.
Dang.
But any information? I like the idea that he's from this detective bloodline, and he's like, well, I've tried Googling, and I can't find it, so I give
That's
up.
it.
That's it. If Google can't tell me, then no one can.
I've got nothing else.
That's what happened whenever I wrote an academic paper, too. It's like, well, if the answer's not in Google Scholar, I guess it doesn't exist. Oh,
I've
well.
played the ace up my sleeve, and now I got nothing.
I got nothing.
You could go to a library. No, it's too much effort.
It's so far away.
Well, then you gotta check out the book, and you gotta look at the,
You can't search a book, can you? You can't just type in the...
You can't control F a book.
No,
No,
exactly.
No, you can't.
Not a physical book.
No.
You have to go to the index, and if it doesn't have an index, oh boy. You gotta read that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Stay in school, children.
do
turn out
actually
like us.
stay
Yeah,
in school.
please stay at school.
But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? No. I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have.
Ooh, what the... Ooh.
Little dumb
It's
dumb.
not creepy at all. Okay, and then the keyboard?
Or is it the
Oh, it
book?
is the keyboard.
Oh.
The desk is home to a computer.
No.
It must... Oh my god. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
Nice. Cool, and then what? So Kyoko herself and the secret door. Do we... Let's talk to Kyoko, I guess.
Kyoko... That's not really a meek expression. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her.
Okay, secret door.
Okay, so it'll be... So somehow the ultimate detective will have not noticed this totally not hidden secret door and is like, aha, that's the thing that was bothering me.
Probably.
I thought there was something else in here, but I couldn't figure it out. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction
That
defect or
happens
something?
to be the exact size of a doorway? God's sake.
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to... Don't just do the reaction thing, Pete. If you advance the text past it, it's not going to do anything. We're going to have to do the dialogue all over
What if
again.
It does.
But now Pete's in
It
comfort.
What if
doesn't.
it does?
It never has.
Never will.
Sometimes it has.
Oh. Dang it, I couldn't cancel it. I wanted to cancel it and just
You know
annoy
how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick.
Do they push on one side and then the door just opens?
I saw a program on that PC that I think controls
wow.
it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up. But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from
I mean, it'd be
there.
really unfortunate if it was like in this era. They'd have to have special characters in there, and it could be
The
even more.
password.
Maybe it'd have to be one of those sort of like USB thingies that you plug in and you have to touch it, and it sort of puts in like a big random code.
The password is Password.
Password.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Password.
You're right. That's not nearly enough to go on.
Password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's amazing. I've got the same code on my luggage.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files in the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, especially his internet browsing history,
No.
which he could have hidden with NordVPN.
Now this
But
one's
nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this,
Is it gonna be Kyoko?
jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. Maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password.
Yes.
And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance.
So I presume that we're not going to be able to just hit random things, and we're going to just have to advance the stuff.
No. Wait! There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name? Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be.
How could it possibly be that? He obviously doesn't care about me whatsoever. Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm
I never
thinking.
thought of that.
That's a face. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Yes. Just to be sure? Yes. It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Are you good?
I'm fine.
You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more. If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I'm fine. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password
God,
here.
they're dragging this out.
They really are.
I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri.
Would you really do that?
No.
It just feels like you typed the first name.
My hands were tense, slightly trembling, knees weak, palms sweaty.
Mom's
There's vomit on his sweater already.
Mom's spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
He's nervous.
And as I finished typing it in,
Called it.
The full name, though.
I know the full day. Yeah, I was just expecting like Kyoko, not
Yeah.
Kirigi.
I like that the rumbling is like continuing.
There was no beep as well that I
It's a
heard.
very slow opening door.
Oh, sorry. Beep. There we go.
Ta-da!
Oh, Kyoko.
Nani
And then for
kore.
once, we can actually shove something in Kyoko's face.
Whoa now.
I did.
That did it?
God damn it, Taylor.
Kyoko, it worked.
Oh dear.
Like, I already knew that was what the password was. I just didn't want to go in the room.
Why?
Oh.
Kyoko?
You're not fine, are you?
I'm fine. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I don't like the big present.
I don't like the small picture of Kyoko.
Yeah, she's gonna be upset.
Hey, Kyoko, buddy, how's it going? I may as well not have even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed only on one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual.
Alright, we're gonna leave the present till last. We have to.
I'd better check out the suspicious
No.
present before I do anything. I'd better check out the suspicious present before I do anything.
Alright then. Ugh.
There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open
remember
it.
where you are. It's not gonna be anything good.
No.
Oh, okay.
Be careful, Makoto.
Why? You think it's dangerous?
No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably.
Huh?
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see.
Wait, so you know what's in there?
Just don't scream or anything, okay?
Oh, it's not going to be his head, is it?
Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it.
Oh god, what the hell is this?
Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Ah! Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a skeleton.
Oh dear.
It's a Halloween decoration that they forgot to put away.
What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
Shit.
Just as I thought.
What?
Lovely. That's not the kind of birthday present you want.
No.
Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body.
That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box.
Less identifiable without some kind of, forensic equipment, mind you. It could just be any skeleton. But, for the sake of argument, let's just assume that it is the headmaster.
My father.
Huh? What about him?
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him.
Are you serious?
For serious?
This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for?
I recognize those teeth anywhere.
No.
Hold on! How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer.
So, the same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And, according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns.
That was the pun in there.
Anyway.
Polarizing, polar bear.
Polar bear, yeah. Did you... Taylor, you missed a pun?
Anyway,
I did.
Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So he never came in or never left.
Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students.
When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. I'm fine. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances.
Like Schrodinger's cat.
I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Nice.
Delightful.
Lovely.
Okay.
Picture.
It's a chest of drawers.
This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look.
Funny looking
Filing cabinet? A filing
Yep,
cabinet.
that's a what filing cabinets look like.
Not a chest of drawers that you might find freaking underwear in or something. Like clothes.
Underpantsy.
Underpants? Yeah, it's just a filing cabinet. God's sake, man.
But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff. It's fine. Check wherever you
Wow,
want.
she really can read my mind.
Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top, but all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh? It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind. If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate.
I wonder if he was undercover. He didn't give it up, really. He had to go undercover, but he couldn't say.
Maybe. As the headmaster of a school, though,
Huh?
it seems pretty crazy. Like, quite high up position.
This picture.
God.
Aw.
Oh.
It's all faded. I mean, not really. It must be pretty old. Wait, is it? Really?
Really? You can't tell?
Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko! I remember when I had those bows in my hair. It makes me want to vomit. Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Did not.
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself. To cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father?
I think you're being a little bit dramatic here, Kyoko. I'm not entirely sure I agree with
I mean,
those
my
statements.
pappy was a bit of a dick, so yeah, there's worse fathers out there, Kyoko.
Jeez. Yikes.
Kyoko?
Ring. Yeah, we're going to take the picture with us.
Oh, he's so cute. She's very cute.
So,
I only thought, like, I know it's like the headmaster is a high up position, but he could, like, forge a resume, I guess. Because maybe something was happening at Hope's Peak
Well,
before. I don't know.
I mean, you say maybe there was something happening. I think
Maybe it
something
was,
has
yeah,
definitely
he came
happened.
here to
Well, yeah.
solve... He solved the mystery and he got too close.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Just a
Woobla,
hypothesis.
woobla, woobla, woobla. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I... Makoto, really...
Just do it, dude.
So I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's... She literally just said...
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I literally just told you 2 minutes ago. Never let anything get in the way of the investigation.
Even
I
if
don't.
you have to knock out your partner and tie them to a railway.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Okay then, if you don't mind.
Even if you have to kill them to continue.
Whoa.
Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer...
Aha!
Ooh.
Huh?
Oh.
Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says in case of emergency.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is.
I think you're probably right.
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it?
Huh? But Kyoko...
I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here.
Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay?
So,
It's fine.
Time to go back to the locker room.
yeah.
Listen, Makoto,
Huh?
can I ask you a favor? Don't do it.
A favor? Now? I told you!
No.
A favor? What is it?
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but could you
Oh
leave?
no, don't worry. We were going.
Yeah,
we were
we
going to
were
get
going
the heck.
anyway.
We know exactly where we're going. We were
Yep.
going to get the heck out of here anyway.
Huh?
Just for a little while. I just like to be
I mean, you kind of came in here with me, but fine.
I want to do my.
Or after
I
me.
want to do my crying,
was-
but I don't want you to see me and with any emotions. Okay, I want to do my crying on my own, so I can remain stoic.
If you saw me crying, I would need to strangle you, and that would be very inconvenient. Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit.
Kyoko.
No, you're not.
Don't worry. I'm fine.
Speaking as a fellow female, you're not fine, my dear.
We know.
I just need to calm down a little. I really flew off the handle there. I need to get my emotions in
see.
order.
I told you she needs to have a little
She
cry.
needs to have a little cry.
You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But
Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory.
A game theory. Sake.
And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily.
you're right. I'm sorry.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself.
Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later.
Buzz, 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 buzz. Right.
Okay, off we go.
To the locker room. Oh,
Oops.
Whoopsie daisy.
I mean, it was a shock to me.
Oh no. How do I bring it up? No.
No, it's not
What
the
was-
tooth
No.
bullets.
I don't want to press the other button. Is it that one? Aha!
Is she really okay? No.
No, she's not. She says she's fine. She's not fine.
Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Yep,
Oh,
there we go,
God's
flashing back to the thing we saw 2 minutes ago. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed.
Evil deed.
They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him.
Killed him.
The headmaster is dead. He's been killed. He's dead. He's no longer with us.
The one leading Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So, that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And, according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s.
We've just done this.
You just fucking said that.
It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is...
Still a mystery.
For God's sake.
Oh,
For
no.
God's sake. For God's sake, we know. Fuck my life.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this
Yes,
killing game...
you did, in fact.
This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only person to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
We get another flashback
Again.
now. God damn it.
If it the same freaking one.
Yeah.
We came in as a squad of 15. I saw a wizard rip the light out of my best friend.
For God's sake.
I mean, 15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16.
Nail hole.
And including me, only 6 of us are still
I
alive.
guess, yeah, like where the big vault door is.
Oh, I thought that was the main hall, but okay.
No, it's the main room. Like, it was.
got the main.
It's yeah. It's because
okay.
it's where the e-handbooks go when students
suppose,
die,
yeah.
isn't it? When students are killed, rather.
Everyone else is dead.
Oh my god.
Oh God, here we go.
Well, thank you for those reminders.
Even Mukuro.
Yeah, I hate your heroes. It makes me so sad.
Even she's undeniably dead.
Sakura's was pretty sad.
Sakura's was really sad.
So the ones still left alive are... Really? Me? Byakusha.
Hayabusa. Spirit boy.
Hyro.
Horny girl.
Weirdo.
Sex fiend.
Sex fiend, yeah.
And best waifu. I mean, Hina.
And fan surface.
Oh
I
yes,
mean,
fan
Hina.
fan service. That's the one I was looking for.
And fine.
I'm fine.
And the actual protagonist.
Only those 6... Did we really need to go through the people who are still
Taylor.
alive? In case we somehow
Taylor,
forgot.
I would say, did we really need to have the same flashback that we literally
Why?
experienced in the previous room?
Yes.
Like, it would make sense, right? If we would, pissing about all around the school trying to find everything else, right? And then later on it's like, oh yes, remember this thing from like half an hour ago. No. It was the other room!
I mean,
Sucks.
You might call it a polarizing approach.
We've not even had a chance to move yet.
like, I get if you've like gone away and you've come back, but who in their right mind is gonna discover a secret door and not go in it straight away?
I just don't, yeah.
You didn't need that flashback. We freaking know.
This is 10 minutes of our lives that will never
And
get
another
back.
10 minutes of us complaining about it.
Okay, let's stop complaining.
Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way.
I do think I am somewhat suspicious of Hiro. It has to be said. I do feel like his stupidness is
too
a bit
stupid.
it feels like it's a bit of a red herring a little bit. I don't know.
Unless
Unless what?
Well, Mukuro did look like she was very like she kind of had Junko's fingernails and everything, right? So like, if we assume that Mukuro and Junko were actually the same person somehow, then there's actually an extra student left.
Oh, that we actually don't know about at all.
That we don't know about at all.
Interesting theory, Hercule Poirot.
Sorry, Hercule Poirot.
Hercule.
Okay.
I merely am coming to the conclusion on the basis of what I have observed in the course of the investigation.
What world?
No, don't. Come on.
There just has to be.
Yay, we can leave.
Whew.
Thank God.
Okay, let's go check out some lockers for a change of pace.
Now, with the last 8 minutes of the episode,
You've gone past it.
God dang it.
It's the fox giraffe.
I thought it was in the corner of the room.
Fox is very well known for having antennae on their head.
And long necks.
Or whatever those things are on giraffe. I don't know what... Are
I
they
think they're like some sort of horns,
Are they
aren't
kind of fluffy horn or something?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like mini horns.
I wonder if I can open this
Rattle,
locker.
rattle. Whoopsie.
Rattle, rattle. Nope,
Yes,
locked.
yes.
There's a card reader.
Here's a-
It's pretty similar. You have to use your e-handbook. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. I took my hand.
Really?
And then...
You are kidding me.
Wait.
But, oh,
There you
what
go.
about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try.
Oh!
For God's sake, can you not just do it then?
I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Beep.
I like there was no.
Oh, right. Just what I was
like
hoping
there was
for.
no noise. The other one's like, and this one, nothing.
Now let's see what we've got inside.
What?
This locker is totally disorganized. Looks like
It
hero
does
stuff.
look like the sort of stuff Hero would have, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Whoever belonged to probably has organization problems in every part of their life.
What? What? I'm sorry.
I
What?
wonder if they were part of the tragedy, but they've had their brains like scrambled so they can't
This
remember it.
is
What?
a crystal ball.
Maybe.
Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just
I mean,
not
we are
possible.
aware that they obviously had some kind of weird.
They've been well, they obviously
because they've
like,
been together
were
before. Yeah, because of the photographs. So
Yeah. Is this a deck of playing cards?
Tarot cards.
No, they're tarot cards.
Tarot cards.
But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated.
Here we are.
Oh shit.
Yasuhiro Hagakura.
Shit.
What?
Huh.
There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro, that's not really inside, but whatever, Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook?
Very weird. Okay, so that's that one. Then there's this corner one.
If we find Toko's, I'm not sure I want to see what's inside.
Oh, there we go.
I don't see anything that might be a
Oh
clue.
shit, are we only going to see heroes? And in that case, that kind of makes me
That
even
makes
more
him
suspicious.
even more sus.
Yeah.
I took the emergency... Okay, really? We gotta say that every time. Beep.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
This thing is practically empty.
Off of one little thing.
There's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook.
Pocketbook.
I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. This is Toko's notebook, right? I bet it is. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar there. Written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster.
Oh.
And my father.
I mean, that's our faces right now.
He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. So, originally it was just supposed to protect them, but then
It's
the
been
headmaster
perverted,
died,
yeah.
and then it was turned into a killing game.
Shit.
For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era.
This is reminding me of Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, actually.
A little bit.
This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse
God,
father.
she really hated him.
Yeah, she did not like
Even
him.
then.
Holy shit.
This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else.
Could it be
What if this
anyone
belongs
else?
to Kyoko? What was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Okay, I'm not reading that again. Literally just read it. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would have proved me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled.
Huh.
What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense?
But... No, I'm joking.
How could this make any sense? But the more I see, the less sense it makes. The more I see, the less I know. Because these lockers... I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. And a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. And some very pornographic materials that seem like they should belong to Toko.
Oh, no.
No.
Ew.
There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone.
But can he really believe in anyone? At this time, I do actually mean it. I'm not joking. This time we are out of time. Sorry, I just wanted to screw with everyone. But once again, thank you for tuning in and watching our silly antics. If you do like what we do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And ring that notification bell for notifications of our uploads, which are every Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah.
But for now, it's goodbye from me.
See ya, everybody!
And be careful not to fall into despair.
Oh. Get out.